All right, I got everything all sorted out. The map is pretty much gone now. It was a lot. Now the deck looks humongous. All right, so this is these are our attachments. These guys, they don't get promoted or anything. They just go back to a battalion, and then they'll be attached to someone else on the next mission or something. All right. So for our after action report, we see that our company HQ, they're intact, they're fine. The Jeep is okay. Again, our EXO mortar team, they're fine. Our company first sergeant is a fire team, which just basically denotes that he can lay down fire. That doesn't quite matter for his experience, so he's okay. And by the next mission, he'll go back to being a regular staff member. Now down here, we see that we have a litter team. They're technically going to be green, even though they may have been detached from a veteran squad, so they get demoted to green. And we have two-step squads, so they need replacements. Because again, on our chart over here, some of them took casualties. So those need to be replaced, as well as our machine gun team. They were paralyzed or something, couldn't come back in time. So we need replacements for our machine gun team. So they'll start out as green on the next mission because there's nobody to replace them. It'll be a fresh machine gun team, which kind of stinks. So that's what's happening with this squad here, or these squads, and the replacement machine gun team. Second platoon did okay. Not too many issues there. They did all right. Third platoon, they have a litter team, which needs to be folded into this squad, and they also have a bazooka team that needs to be replaced as well. So it'd be a green. Now that's the status of the company. It's not terrible, but it's okay. It's okay. Now for our experience points, this is how we can calculate what we get right here. And I'm not going to count the things that I did on the last mission. So we're just going to do, we secured the secondary objective card, so that gives us 4 experience points. Clear a card that had a PCA marker. We did 3 of those, so that's 6. We had to clear 1 PCB marker. That's just 1. And then we get 2 enemy or, 2 experience points per step. And we only have 1 step of prisoners, so that's just 2 experience points. So that's about 14, I think. If I calculate that all right, let me see, 4 plus 6, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh yeah, the 14 is we completed the, the first HQ event to spend the 3 commands. So that's how it comes out to 14 experience points. All right, that's how we calculate that. Now, what do we do with all that experience? In the second edition, which I do use a lot, there are extra things to spend your experience points on, like extra like extra skills for the mission, like automatically spotting something, automatically completing a grenade check, and things like that. But we're gonna take a look at our squads here and see what happens to them. So, like for instance, third squad, which is denoted by the 3 over here, they get a replacement. So they stay at line, which that's what there are now. So third squad, they stay at line. That's good. The weapons team, they get replaced, but instead of line, they now go back down to green, and it's no good. All right, so that's taken care of. So let's go ahead and get this weapons team back out here. So this denotes our new fresh team. This litter team goes away. Well, actually, no, this litter team gets folded into second squad. So they're back to full strength, and they stay, I think there might just be a line. No, they're veteran, so that's good. Only third squad is affected. All right, now let's move on to second platoon. Second platoon doesn't need any replacements. Third platoon, however, needs one replacement, as we can see here. Their other, they had a casualty on the first attempt, so it's that, and second squad, and they stay at veteran. That's great. And then this litter team goes away and is folded into basically this new bazooka team. And third platoon's bazooka team. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. They go back down to green. That's a low blow. That's a low blow. Okay, now that we've got everybody back in order, we've got everybody put in place, now it's time to start promoting our company. So in this case, for this squad team, we're going to spend 6 experience points to change them from line to a veteran. And why 6? Well, it takes 3 experience points to promote 1 step from line to veteran. And in order to get the minimal promotion to a veteran, we just need 2 veteran steps to then promote everybody to a veteran. Kind of a cheaty way, I guess, to do it, but hey, that's how the rules spell it out. Alright, so that's 6 experience points. This now goes down to 8. So 8 left to play with. And we're going to do the same thing for... oh man, I forgot to check that because our HQ should have been getting extra experience points. Anyway, we're going to spend 6 more to promote third squad from line to veteran. And why is, getting a veteran status so important? Well, the less likely, I kind of want to say cautiously, less likely to become casualties, but also, too, they get extra draws for everything that they do. So that goes down to 2. 2 experience points left to play with. What are we going to do? Well, because we have this new bazooka team, let's go ahead and train them in between the mission for a few days. And we're going to train our bazooka team, our fresh guys, on how to do stuff. And under great and glorious leadership, we can spend 1 command point to convert them to a line. And we can only promote them once, and that's it. Once in between each mission, and they can only go up 1 level. Again, that's only 1 experience point. And also, too, for this machine gun team, we can then change this machine gun team from a green to a line. And that'll take care of our weapons team there. And that'll get rid of our remaining 2 experience points. Okay, so that's how that works. That's how doing stuff in between missions work. I know it tells you in the rulebook to then swap out these sheets. And I've only used like 4 of them so far since I've had this game for about 5 years. So I try to use these sheets as much as possible. All right, that's it. That's all you have to do in between missions. And the next thing to do is to set up for the next mission, which they should be combat patrols, which I don't like very much. Somebody, I think like on the Board Game Geek references, like patrol missions are like grinding missions for JRPGs, and it's kind of true. You're just getting some experience points for each patrol. So yep, mission 3, wow, from June 20th through July 10th, 1944, patrols against the Fallschirmjäger, German paratroopers. And oh man, it's like I said, you must attempt this mission once with each platoon. So first platoon does it, second platoon does it, third platoon does it, and you just go through cards and you go to your target card and then return everybody back. you don't have to clear cards. Like over here, your objective is really isn't, they're not really to clear cards, you're just supposed to go there and come back, and that's it in the mission. And that can be difficult because, again, in this mission, the moon is randomly select a limited visibility between +2 and +5, so they're night patrols. And I do not like them. But at least the cool thing is, for these patrols, you don't have to use the same layout. It's not going to be the same layout. Because again, you're kind of moving from position to position. You're digging in at different positions, and you're just doing patrols at these different positions. So it's kind of simulating, those weeks with kind of little activity. All right, so that's what's going to be next. I don't know if I'm going to film those patrols. I might just go into a different campaign. Because again, typically this is where I get stuck in the Fields of Fire World War II campaign, is here, because these patrol missions become a slog, and then you have to do it 3 times before you progress on to, this mission. So I have not been here yet. I've not been on mission 4 yet. It's kind of embarrassing. All right, but that's how the game works on a second attempt, and pretty much that's how the game works on the first attempt as well. I mean, I could try and do another one, because again, the sequence of play sort of changes on patrols, which is, you can kind of tell here, it'll say if it's on a patrol, then there's some little minute rules, like on how many commands you get, all that good stuff. I can't remember. Let's see. I may just cut some of this out, because this is just like an after action report. That's what I thought it was. Maybe it was just mainly for offensive patrol / combat patrols. I think the general initiative is, like if it's a combat patrol, half the number of the commands that you draw. And I think you round up. So that's what all that means. I guess that's the only really difference between a combat patrol and a regular offensive mission is general initiative. You don't get as many, because again, you're only with one platoon and you can't use the other platoons. Let's see, what do you get though? Because I know this is, so like, what do you, all right, so here are your attachments. You have artillery forward observer. Hey, we get those guys back. Artillery mortar forward observers, we can use those. And then we have 2 heavy machine gun teams to play with. So 2 50 cals. These guys are insane. When you set those guys up, they just do what they're supposed to. And again, what's really cool is it'll tell you what formation they're from. Within the battalion, or even within the regiment. Or the division. We can go all the way up to the division, I guess. All right, so that's it. That's all I really wanted to show on how you reconstitute all of your squads to become full strength for the next mission. Basically, your, I don't want to say order of battle, but or even your table of equipment. I guess it kind of counts for both, your order of battle and your ToE. Getting those back in order, kind of the administrative duties of the company commander, but it's super simple, and the after action report. All right, so that was mission 2, the offensive, and thanks for watching this long. Thanks for being so patient with, trying to wait for all these things to release. Sorry, just got a little busy, and tried to get that stuff out on Operation Market Garden, the DVG Warfighter. So we'll see what other games I can throw out on the table and film, and we'll go from there. Perhaps we'll get Fields of Fire back up here as well. All right, thanks for joining me, and as always, have a rad day.